Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I have a couple of Traveler's Notebook insert type journals to show you. But first, I want to show you what I won from Charlotte Peterson. It is just adorable. I'm one of her subscribers, and she was doing a subscriber giveaway of these little mini like Christmas ornament journals, and you may have seen them if you went to her YouTube channel. I will link it below so that you can watch, you know, her and how she did this. But it is so cute. It's so tiny and just adorable. And so I had mentioned to her that I made one for my son that was more like a scrapbook one year, and it was a little bit more square like that, and it had the plastic photo type pages in it, but I did more like scrapbooking pages in it. And I made that for him, and just a couple of years ago we were putting that on the Christmas tree. It was from his first Christmas, and my daughter said, "Mom, why didn't you ever make me one of those?" And my son was my second child, and I had just started scrapbooking when my daughter was born, and so they just, you know, I hadn't gotten into like the little mini ones or any of that yet, and I never really thought about it, but you know, I could see how she would also want one of those, and so that's what this is going to become, is her little like baby keepsake Christmas journal. So it's just, I was really excited that I won it. It's so cute. Everything's just teeny tiny little pages, and she has a video where she goes through all of it, but she's got little fold outs, and it's just so cute. Lots of little tag tuck spots. So I really appreciate it, Charlotte. Thank you so much. It's just adorable, and it will be so cute with my daughter's baby Christmas pictures in here. She's 16 now, and it's funny how you just sometimes don't think about those things, and I really do try to make everything fair between them, and I have always gotten them a Christmas ornament every year for Christmas, and I don't know why. I just made him that one that year because he's a few years younger than her, and I just never made her one. So now she'll have one, and so thank you very much. There's all kinds of little cute flaps and tuck spots, and I mean, she just did a great job. It's hard to do these little tiny ones sometimes. This has that little tiny tag. It's so cute. So I'm excited to put some pictures and a few little stories and things in it for her, and then she'll have one every year on the Christmas tree. And you know, I know that this picture does not do it justice, because when I saw it originally, it was hard to tell how exactly this worked. I mean, I watched her do it, but it's just all little individual cutouts, and it's really fluffy and nice. So you can kind of see if I hold it to the side. It's very cute. So thank you again, Charlotte. I love that. All right, so I'm going to go over a couple of Traveler's Notebooks that I have made, and this is the front. It is 4.5 by 9. Yeah, 4.5 by 9. I kind of got into these. I mean, I've known about the Traveler's Notebook inserts, but Nick the Booksmith just did her challenge, and one of the ladies did, and I can't remember her name, and I apologize, but a really like long skinny journal, and it just made me want to do a long skinny journal, so I decided to do one. Well, two. And I did what Gail Augustinelli suggests, and do more than one at a time. Just do each step on both of them and then move on. So this is a little crocheted snowflake for my sister. She pretty much does all of my snowflakes or flowers or whatever that's crocheted, because I do not crochet. And I'm sorry, the light is kind of weird in here. It's really bright today. It's either dark in here or bright. I don't seem to have any kind of in between, so I apologize if it's a little much there. That might help a little. And then you open it, there's like a little library pocket here. It's got a lot of the Tim Holtz paper dolls. I just love them, they're so cute. And this is like an old sled wax, and there's old pieces of old magazines and catalogs and things like that. These ones are just plain on the back, they're just craft paper. Here's another one of the crocheted flowers for my sister. And there's some little pom-pom trim up here, the two little girls, some fabric, and this is out of an old magazine, like mittens, how to make mittens. And then these are from, I'm assuming just by looking that it's probably 60s, 70s time period. They're the crochet magazines that give, like, this is, you can make this sweater with the hood, and there were the directions for all of that, but I thought they were kind of cute, wintry looking. And oh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys. I use these hanging file folders because I love this green, and I like decoupage or Mod Podge or however you want to say it, sewing pattern paper all on the inside of it just to kind of reinforce it a little bit. And I really love the way that turned out because it just kind of gave it, I don't know if I want to call it industrial, but you know, it just kind of has that a little bit more masculine, I guess. Not that these are very masculine, but that's just kind of what it makes me think of. And then I made a library type pocket with the slots cut into it for the tags. And then, yeah, the Tim Holtz paper dolls. Sorry, I was just drawing a blank there. So yeah, I just thought it gave it kind of a cool look. So I used the hanging file folder for the outside cover and for this. And then the girl there. And then I did cover the inside of these pages with the Mod Podged on the pattern paper on these too, because they were like super white and you know, glossy, shiny, and I wanted to dull them down, but I didn't want to ink the whole thing. So this really kind of gave a cool effect because you can still read like the materials and the pattern stitch and all that you need to use to make these, but it's just not so shiny and everything. Then there's a little pocket to let it snow, and a couple that look like they were going ice skating. And there's a guest check on the back for journaling. So that just tucks right in there. And coffee stain paper. And then I did these little, I have these little tiny paper bags that are about, no, they're not super tiny, but you know, they're about 4 inches wide. So it's about 4 by 4 this way. And I just made them into little tuck spots with a journaling tag in each one that has corrugated cardboard lines on the back and just a little like journaling card on the front. And there's all kinds of old, like this is an old from the work basket. It says work basket right down here. And then Tim Holtz. These are both Tim Holtz items. And this little girl, I just wrote snow in white letters and then cut out some snowflakes, and the little girl, she cracks me up, her face. She's so serious for, I don't know, she's probably having fun. She's all dressed for the snow. So anyway, I thought that was cute. And ledger paper. Oh, sorry, I went too far on that one. And I did a little stamping with some snowflakes and things. And then this is that old notebook paper that I have that I've shown lots of times. I really love that paper because it's already got the patina on it. And this came out of like a children's playbook for Christmas, Celebrating Christmas in the Grades is what it's called. And I'm not super familiar with that, but it was all, had the nice patina to it too. And then some more stamping. I love the way this coffee dyed paper came out. It's just really cool. And snowflakes, ledger. I kept it pretty simple, mostly, you know, just for writing. Here's another one of those, you know, for the crocheted hat. And then the directions are here covered in the pattern paper. I just really think it came out cool. I tore pieces, extra pieces, and put them over it so that you could see that kind of torn edge. But you can still read the directions. And I did reinforce this paper because when you fold it, it tends to split. So it's some of the Tim Holtz washi tape reinforcing it. And then coffee stain paper stamped. And this is the middle of the signature, just with a doily. And some more lined paper. And this is the other side of that catalog again for crocheting and instructions. Ledger. And then I made a little one of these flips. I did like a tutorial thing on these a while back. It's in my videos. And so you just fold a piece of paper in half, whatever kind of paper you want to use, and put a paper clip in here and glue it down with like some kind of other paper. You're not going to see this because it slides onto the book page, covers it right here. And so you have a flap on one side and then a flap on another. So that's what I did with this one. So this flips up, and you could do a little note here if you wanted to, or you know, you can put something under the paper clip right there too, and it will come off. So it looks like this, and then on this side it's got a little like snow image with little kids. And this lace that I got, I think I got it at Hobby Lobby, it just reminds me of snowflakes. I just love that lace. I use it all the time for stuff. And then that's the other side of that children's play, Christmas play. Coffee stained paper. And both of these journals are very similar. The way they're set up is the same. They just have different images. This one is a little more wintry as opposed to Christmas. And the other one's very Christmassy. So that's another journaling card with the corrugated cardboard lines on the back. Slides in there. And then that little girl, she's so adorable. I love that Tim Holtz paper doll. And then these little guys, Winter Chaps. It was for Packers tar soap, you know, to take away chapped skin in the wintertime. But I just love that Winter Chaps. They're so cute. And that book is one that I have, I think it's from 1906 is where that ad comes from. And that's the other side of this with the pattern paper on it. And then I did this little pocket tuck here, and it has one of Tim Holtz paper dolls, and I cut that lace, cut these pieces off and glued them on to look like, you know, snowflakes. These kids are up here sledding and it says snow. And then I did 2 tags, one with a paper doll and a snowman and ledger. And this one has the little girl with just a little book paper and I guess check. And so those are in there. I've signed it. And this was a strip of an envelope, so it opens, you know, pretty good. It's not super tight because it is just the pocket part of the envelope. And so I signed it down here. And these are going to go on my Etsy shop. So there's one. And then this one is the Christmassy one. I did it much more Christmassy. There's holly, and the man has a big Christmas tree. It says special delivery. And this is some old tissue paper. And then in here again we have that same tuck, you know, the pattern paper back here, and then the tuck with all the cards. So this is a cute old Christmas card that I shrunk down and put it on there. And these ones aren't backed because they're really thick craft cardstock anyway, so they really didn't need to be backed. Santa Claus Snow, that's from Tim Holtz. This is an image back here that I've had a long time, and then I just put that little girl there, that Tim Holtz paper doll right there, and then just a little blingy holly. And this says a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to and from, so if you want to give it as a gift or whatever, you can write to from down there. And then there's a big tag in here with the 3 ladies. Maybe grandma, mom, and daughter. And then a guest check, and then a pocket on that pattern paper again. And then I stamped along there, and that old paper. And this is one of the paper bag pockets with the lined paper and just a little journal tag kind of thing, journaling spot. And the little girl that I had in the other book, she's in this one too. So cute. This one is definitely more Christmassy than the other one. The other one's kind of just more winter. And it has the Christmas play in it again. Paper. And another one of those crochet patterns. I love it with the pattern paper. It looks so cool. It was just so shiny and white. I was like, that's not going to work. Coffee dyed paper, the middle of the signature with a doily again. And I saw somebody like glue 2 pieces of lace, you know, at the ends of their signatures strings. And I thought that would be awesome on these, but it will not stick to the waxed cord, and I did not think about that. I mean, obviously, duh, that makes sense, but So I couldn't get anything to stick on those. I really wanted to put lace on there because that looks neat. And the back side of that, old paper. Lots of journaling space. These are not too overly decorated. They're definitely perfect for journaling. This one tore a little bit with the coffee staining. It's funny how some do that and some don't. And then there's the tag flip, just like on the other one. So on this side it looks like this, and on the other side it's got Santa and the little pom-poms. Lighter paper. And the other side of the paper bag. Little guest check bottom part, and this is Tim Holtz. This is one of Tim Holtz. She looks like she's gonna unwrap it. It's just cute. I love those paper dolls. And this is out of that same magazine. It's the Munsey magazine, and it's from 1906. So this is just a different ad when the snow flies. Menon's toilet powder. It's funny. This is an envelope that I cut and turned into a pocket, and there's a little tag with Santa, and the back's just distressed, and then there's a old, or it's supposed to look like an old postcard that says Believe, and I signed that one there because I couldn't really fit it down here. It covered up part of this, and I didn't want that. So if back there, whatever you have in here will cover it so you don't have to see it if you don't want to. And that's that one. So I'm gonna call the snowy one Whiter Than Snow, is what this Traveler's Notebook will be called on my Etsy shop, Whiter Than Snow. And the one that's more Christmassy with the man with the tree is going to be called Special Delivery. And so that's how they'll be listed on my Etsy shop. So if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. And please subscribe if you like what I do. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.